This is where we are. We are in a battle of good against evil, and good will out. Good will win, because that's the plan, and because that is what the prophecy is. Good will win. The second thing is those who choose to not run with this situation. You see, I think there are good powers here amongst us working to thwart the bad powers. And this is the battle. And it's being fought right now under our very noses. If you watch media, you won't know about the battle. If you watch the media, you will only know that terrible things are happening on the earth, that we're living in a pandemic. Is it a pandemic or a plandemic? One of the two. You will know that we are living in terrible times. You will be filled with fear if you're watching the media now. You will be filled with desperate fear for the future. And you will be praying that a vaccine comes so that we can return to normality. Because we are being told that normality will not return until there is a vaccine. And so, those people who watch the media and who believe that what the media offers is in their best interest, they will truly believe that, and they have a right to their opinion. And then we have another group, the group which sees beyond media, the group which actually educates themselves beyond what the television says. And they know that there is a massive battle going on, an information battle, a battle between good and evil, a battle between helping people to understand what's happening and stopping people from understanding what's happening. And this battle will have an end, and good will out. You see, all is good. All is good. Everything is okay because it's as it was planned. But what's the purpose of this? Why? Why is all of this happening? Well, I believe that the reason that this is happening is that Earth is a place of experience. We come here to experience. Earth is a place in which we live to better ourselves, to become more. And so we choose to live through these kind of experiences so that we might be better beings, better souls, so that we might progress through to enter into greater, lighter, better, sweeter, loving things in the future. And many people who believe in that kind of thing and who get in touch with life beyond this fear talk about the clamor of the souls to be here during this time. Many, many souls have desperately wanted to be here now. Why? Because this is the end of it. This is the climax. This is the best bit of the film. This is where the action happens. This is where the victors come in on white horses, blowing the trumpets, just like in the films. And this is where we are. And so the only question is, where do you want to be? In which side? Because it doesn't matter, In the whole scheme of things, it really doesn't matter what side you choose. You might listen to me and think, what a crazy person. I know, I listen to some people and I think, wow, they're crazy. And that's because we're living in two different dimensions. That's all. Some people have chosen one dimension in which they're going to live and continue, and great. And other people have chosen to wake up Other people have chosen to see, to know, to be present and to help. And there are myriads of people and myriads of beings that are here to help. We are surrounded by beings who are here to help us to get through this. Coaching us, guiding us, helping us, manipulating things. And so all around us we're surrounded by good beings, either here on earth or outside of our earthly sphere, all working to help us. You see, the story never ever changes. Bad loses, good wins. That's the classic hero's journey. We're battling the dragon. We are battling the dragon. And then, when the dragon is beaten, we can come home and live in peace until we go out again to have our next hero's journey. You see, this is the way it works. The Bible talks about the devil being thrown down into Gehenna, but only for 1,000 years. And then he's let out again. Why would that be? Why would the devil be allowed to be let out? Because it wouldn't be a fun game without him. We wouldn't have the experiences that we choose to have without him. And so this is nothing but a big cyclical game. This is a game that we play and that plays out and that we choose to be part of multiple times, if I understand it correctly. And we have fun with it, but we play it as though it's a real life. And so we cry and we bemoan and we laugh and we are joyful and we are tearful. All of that happens in this game of life. How many times have you heard it called the game of life? This is nothing more than a game. And so that can make us feel very comfortable, at ease, knowing that we have chosen to be part of this game. We've chosen to be here. But understand that we are in the climax. This is the last 10 minutes of the film, when everything comes together, when everything makes sense. And then we have the happy ending. Every religion talks about it, the happy ending. There's always a happy ending. And this is no different. And so, this world is in its death throes. It's shaking its tail. But it's in the end. And we are in the end. And what will come will be something far, far more beautiful. We'll have our paradise. We'll have our beautiful life. Because we deserve it. Because we've had a tough time. We've come through tough times. And we truly deserve a breather to enjoy. And then at some point it'll all start again. And we'll go round the same story. Why? Because that's how we develop. We do not develop in bliss. Bliss is not a state of development. Bliss is the moment that you have when you've completed your job and you say, hey, I'm really pleased with myself. When that happens, bliss only lasts for a very short space of time. Sometimes minutes. The Bible suggests that's 1,000 years, but in the scheme of things, that's a blink of an eye. Neither here nor there. And so I'm really glad to be part of this. I'm really glad that I was able to come and share this moment in mankind's history in mankind's development. We can all be glad, and we can focus in these times in which things seem mad, in these mad days. It is mad, and it's mad because there's a plan for it to be mad. But we can focus on the end result, knowing that there's a happy ending. There's a happy ending, and there's a happy ending for all, even those who choose to stay asleep. You see, this is just a game. There is no everlasting destruction. This is just a game. And it's a tough game because it's a game of life, but it's still a game. That doesn't mean that we don't play it as though it's real. That doesn't mean that we don't breathe and live it like it's real, because it is for us. Because this is how we are going to become more, by living it as though it's real. And wading through this life, slashing a path for ourselves. And so that's what I wanted to say. That it's important for us to be aware of what's happening, but it's even more important for us to understand that good will out. Good always comes out as the victor, always. Just because that's the way that light works against dark. And so we can go forward and understand what's happening now. Understand that this world is in its death throes, and so it's trying to take as many people down with it as it can. But nevertheless, we're all okay, and we will be okay, no matter what path we choose. So really, it's just a matter now of deciding which path you want to choose. Which one do you want? Which experience do you want? Because I think we have options. But as long as we understand that, we must be tolerant with those people who don't choose our path. You see, everyone chooses their path according to what they choose to learn from this experience. And who are we to criticize somebody else's choice based on our choice? Because what we choose to learn from this experience is not necessarily what other people need to learn for their own karma, to work through their own evolution. And so we must be tolerant with everybody else. Our job is to spread the breadcrumbs, and let those that will come, let those that have interest come. But those that reject what we say, those that say no, let them be. Let them say no. Let them choose their path. I am not my brother's keeper. It is not your responsibility. We do not need to be administrators of the universe. There's a group, a body of beings that are far better at that than we will ever be. No, we need to administrate our own selves. And we need to help those who want to come along. With information, with encouragement, with love. And those who choose not to come along, send them off. But send them off with joy. Send them off in love. That's what we need to do. All of this will end up well. And so, let's just go about it. Let's get through this. Let's stay close. Let's stay together in love. And let's be unified. Because that is the way forward. Bye.